And then it was quite ironic because the ear, nose, and throat specialist who ordered the MRI, he was actually 2 flights down from a brain surgeon. So he organized for me to go up there and see the brain surgeon. The brain surgeon goes, "Look, Joel, look, it's in a really difficult place to operate. So I can't go in there and biopsy a little bit of it to see what it is. All I can tell you is it looks nasty." And I'm just sitting there going, "Oh my God." And by this stage, I got my parents involved, and they were like being brave, but also internally freaking out. And he's like, "Look, let's just leave it and see what happens." And in my head, like I'm an anxious kind of guy as it is, I'm like, "No, that's not a good enough resolution." It was making me even more anxious on a daily. So I was basically venting to another client, and she's like, "Why don't you go see Charlie Teo? He's quite, famous for operating on these hard to remove tumors." And I sent my scans were on a CD at the time, so I sent my CD to him, like it was like an audition. And I got a call a few days later saying, "Hey Joel, Charlie would like to see you," which was good and bad because in my head I'm like, "Yay, I'm going to get a second opinion," but I'm also like, "Oh no, I'm bad enough to see Charlie Teo." So I went and saw him. He goes, "Look, mate, it's in a really gnarly spot. If I cut in, it's going to throw you out of whack. I know you're a personal trainer and movement is your entire life and your livelihood." He goes, "Let's just start monitoring it with 3 monthly and 6 monthly MRIs. Let's just see what happens." And then fast forward from 2015 to 2020, we did an MRI and it grew. And he's like, "Look, mate, we have to get rid of this. Otherwise, your heart and lungs will stop and you'll die."